There's nothing simple about those big brown trucks you see rolling through your neighborhood, because behind every door slam and package drop lies a hidden world of strange rules, secret methods, and a relentless obsession with saving seconds. UPS doesn't just deliver packages, it delivers efficiency at a level most of us could barely imagine, where every blink, every pause, every tiny movement is measured. For decades, the company has built its empire on discipline so extreme that even a misplaced pen or a second spent searching for keys is considered unacceptable. It's a system designed to squeeze out billions in profit, but one that leaves the people behind the wheel paying the ultimate price. Drivers find themselves under constant pressure, working in sweltering trucks that feel more like ovens, watched by sensors that track their every move, and punished for something as basic as needing a bathroom break. From brutal heat that sends workers to the hospital, to bathroom breaks counted as stolen time, to a billion-dollar no-left-turn strategy that sounds insane until you see the numbers, this is the shocking reality of UPS, a world where efficiency rules everything and humanity comes second. At UPS, time isn't just money, it's everything. A single wasted minute is magnified across thousands of drivers into millions of dollars lost. Managers even admit that saving just 1 minute per driver per day equals more than $14 million a year. Every stop, every second, every movement is part of a massive profit equation. Even the slogans reflect this obsession. The friendly, "What can Brown do for you?" gave way to "We love logistics," and later, "United Problem Solvers." The heart was gone, replaced by corporate reminders that speed matters more than service. Efficiency wasn't a goal anymore. It became the company's identity. Trucks are now fitted with sensors that monitor drivers constantly. When they brake, how long they idle, even how often they reverse. Nothing escapes the data. During peak holiday seasons, with more than 750 million packages on the move, those seconds mean survival. But the pressure that keeps the machine running leaves the people inside struggling to endure. On paper, UPS says air conditioning is pointless, since drivers open their doors 130 times a day. In practice, those trucks turn into ovens. Inside temperatures have been recorded at 152 degrees, and medical records show drivers collapsing from heat stroke, fainting, and suffering kidney failure. One driver, James Klink, nearly lost his life in 2016 after days of brutal heat left him vomiting and unable to drive. His wife launched a petition demanding air conditioning, but UPS brushed it aside, saying, "Outdoor work is the nature of the job. Only a handful of desert route trucks got cooling systems." For most drivers, survival meant pushing through furnace-like conditions just to make it home. And if the heat wasn't punishing enough, UPS enforced another rule that shocked drivers, treating bathroom breaks as wasted time. For most people, taking a bathroom break is normal. For UPS drivers, it can be treated like a crime. One anonymous driver revealed that supervisors called restroom visits stealing time from the company. Imagine that. Your body's most basic need reduced to a violation of corporate rules. Even the act of hydrating on a hot day becomes a dangerous gamble, because sooner or later, nature will call. The surveillance makes it worse. Sensors don't just monitor routes, they record everything. How long the engine idles, how often the brake is pressed, how quickly the seatbelt clicks. Every pause shows up in the data. If a driver takes too long, they're forced to justify it. Was it traffic? Was it a stop? Or was it something they don't even want to admit? A rushed bathroom break behind a locked door. This obsession isn't unique to UPS. FedEx workers have reported scanners pushing them past physical pain. Amazon warehouse staff are tracked so closely that some are automatically fired if they fall behind quotas. Across the delivery industry, efficiency is worshipped above all else, even if it grinds down the people making it possible. UPS may lead the pack, but it's far from alone in treating workers like machines. The reality is humiliating. Drivers have admitted to urinating in bottles or cups inside their trucks just to avoid falling behind schedule. UPS officially denies it, but countless stories say otherwise. For many workers, the choice isn't dignity versus convenience, it's dignity versus employment. And that's the cruel paradox of the job. The company wants efficiency at all costs, even if the human cost is unbearable. But before drivers even reach that breaking point, they're put through something else, a grueling boot camp of rules and rituals that sound almost militaristic. Before drivers even hit the road, they're drilled like soldiers. UPS doesn't just hand over keys, it puts recruits through a boot camp known as the 340 Methods, a list of strict rules meant to shave seconds off every move. Training lasts up to 9 days and covers everything from hazard avoidance to how to walk across ice without slipping. Efficiency isn't taught casually, it's hammered in until it becomes muscle memory. One of the most repeated lessons is the 3 points of contact rule. Every time a driver enters or exits a truck, one hand must grip the rail, one foot stays grounded, and the other stays on the step. It may sound small, but UPS insists this saves ankles, knees, and most importantly, time. Repetition turns these little actions into rituals. Drivers perform them hundreds of times a day. Graduates of this boot camp emerge conditioned to think in microseconds. They're trained not just to deliver packages, but to embody efficiency itself. Yet for all the safety spin, the methods expose something deeper. UPS wants drivers to behave like machines, and once they're on the job, the rules only get stranger. To outsiders, UPS rules can seem ridiculous, but inside the company, they're law. For years, drivers had to keep their keys on their ring finger, not a pocket, not a belt. The logic? One quick motion from ring finger to ignition saved precious seconds. Later, key fobs replaced keys altogether, shaving another 6 minutes a day across thousands of drivers. Even pens have rules. Right-handed drivers must keep them in the left pocket, left-handed drivers in the right. It sounds absurd, but multiplied by hundreds of stops, even the time it takes to grab a pen matters. And don't call their vehicles trucks. They're package cars, a label so sacred that old models are scrapped rather than resold. Together, these rules reveal a company that doesn't just value efficiency, it worships it. No detail is too small, no gesture too trivial to optimize. And yet, the strangest, most controversial rule is one that doesn't just save seconds, it saves millions. UPS drivers are trained to avoid left turns at all costs. The rule sounds crazy until you see the numbers. By designing routes around right turns, UPS saves 10 million gallons of fuel and up to $400 million a year. Mythbusters even tested it and found trucks making only right turns burned a third less fuel than trucks waiting on left turns. The benefits aren't just financial. Left turns are among the most dangerous maneuvers on the road. Studies show over half of intersection collisions involve left turns, while fewer than 6% involve rights. By cutting them out, UPS reduces accidents, congestion, and even saves lives. The secret weapon behind this policy is Orion, a routing software that crunches endless data points to create the most efficient paths. Developed over a decade, Orion makes your GPS look primitive, calculating thousands of moves per minute. The result? Faster deliveries, lower emissions, and drivers who rarely get to turn left. It's a system that proves just how far UPS will go for efficiency. But while these rules save money and fuel, they also pile unrelenting pressure on the people who follow them. And not every driver is willing to stay silent about it. For years, UPS managers pushed drivers past their limits, sometimes beyond the law. The Department of Transportation caps drivers at 60 hours a week for safety, but during peak holiday rushes, UPS tried to stretch them to 70. That meant longer days, less rest, and more danger on the road. In 2017, drivers in New England finally snapped. When pressured to work the illegal overtime, hundreds refused to start their trucks. They rallied in parking lots, standing shoulder to shoulder in defiance. Management pushed back, but the workers held the line, forcing the company to honor the 60-hour rule. For once, drivers beat the system. The fight showed that efficiency isn't the only power UPS understands. When workers unite, they remind the company that they're not cogs in a machine. They're people. But rules at UPS don't stop with schedules. Even appearance used to be tightly policed. For decades, UPS enforced a beard ban. Drivers with facial hair were rejected or told to shave, even if beards were part of their faith. The rule sparked accusations of discrimination until eventually the company relaxed it. Today, drivers are free to wear beards, a small victory in a culture built on rigid conformity. These stories reveal a bigger picture. UPS runs on thousands of micro rules, from where a pen goes to how a truck turns. Each rule is meant to shave seconds, save money, or reduce risk. On paper, it makes sense. In reality, it creates a workforce treated like replaceable gears in a giant corporate clock. The efficiency is real. Millions of gallons of fuel saved, billions in profits, fewer accidents. But the cost is also real. Overheated drivers, bathroom breaks denied, families petitioning for basic safety. For the people in brown uniforms, the job isn't just about delivering packages. It's about surviving a system that values speed above humanity. The next time a UPS truck pulls up outside your house, remember this. Behind that quick knock on the door is a worker pushed to the edge by a system that prizes efficiency over comfort, seconds over dignity. the smile on your doorstep hides a story of heat exhaustion, bathroom struggles, bizarre rituals, and a billion-dollar obsession with right turns. UPS has built one of the most efficient delivery networks in history, but at a cost that most customers never see. The company calls it progress. Drivers often call it survival. And the question left hanging is simple: how much efficiency is worth the price of humanity?